Hi guys, it's Kristy here, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video on 5 valuable things that IBD has taught me, or 5 things that I'm glad that IBD has taught me. I'm not sure yet what to name this video. For those that don't know, I have Crohn's disease and I've had it for 17 years, so quite a while. Basically I've narrowed down 5 things, although there are more, that I'm now glad that I know through my experience of having IBD and that I implement in my daily life. Today I'm going to be running through those 5 things that I probably wouldn't otherwise put so much importance on if I hadn't have had IBD. But before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I try and upload videos once a week, and hit the little notification bell if you want to receive notifications every time I upload. Don't forget to like this video as well if you enjoy it, and comment down below with any questions you have, or comment down below with the valuable lessons that IBD or chronic illness have taught you and that you're glad that you now know and can implement in your daily life. So the first thing that IBD has taught me is empathy. It really has given me a lot of empathy towards those who have IBD, obviously, but also those that suffer from chronic illness and invisible illness. I think one of the hardest things about having IBD is that often people can't tell from the outside that something's wrong with you unless you know, there are physical manifestations of the condition, but often it's very hard for people to tell how much pain you're in, what you're going through, and so it's really given me an empathy towards other people who have invisible illnesses. And it's not just IBD, it can be anything from epilepsy to ME to fibromyalgia, you know, chronic fatigue, all these conditions. There's so many that are invisible and people don't necessarily know that something's wrong with that person. So I now have a lot of empathy for those people that have chronic illnesses and those that have digestive issues as well. You know, even IBS can be really, really debilitating, and it really interrupts your day-to-day life and can really get in the way. So that is something that I'm really glad IBD has taught me, and I think without having a chronic illness myself, I maybe wouldn't be so empathetic towards others. Another thing that IBD has taught me is not caring what other people think about me. So it's kind of weird because having IBD has made me care more about other people, but I don't care as much about what other people think about me, and that's because there's so much discrimination around invisible illnesses. People don't understand, you know, people don't get that you're going through a lot of pain and you're going through a lot on the inside, and because they can't see it on the outside, they don't understand. So that's where I am really empathetic to those who have chronic and invisible illnesses, but that's because of the experiences I've been through, and so I really feel empathy towards other people. But equally, for those that don't understand or giving me a hard time about having an invisible condition, I don't let it affect me what they think. And I think that's a really important thing to you know, be cognizant of and really be aware of, that you shouldn't let other people who don't understand and don't want to understand get to you, because it's just so important in your life not to have that unnecessary stress. So for example, if you're going to the shop and you're parking in a blue badge space, you know, and people are giving you a hard time about it, ultimately you know what you go through, so just don't let that person affect you. Well, it's easy to say that, but try not to let it affect you for a long period of time. Obviously you'll be angry maybe in the moment, but just don't let it last with you, you know, like just... There are some people who just won't understand. There are just people who are ignorant, and that's just the way of the world, you know. There's only so much you can educate people and try to make them understand what you're going through, but if they still don't understand, that's fine. Don't let it resonate or bring you down. You know what you go through, and that's what's important. I do have a video on why my NG tube has made me a happier person, and that sort of links in with this particular part of this video, so if anyone wants to watch it, I will link it down below. But basically I had an NG tube for a really long time, and with that comes a lot of difficulties, and it's really, that video is about my journey to really being my own advocate and not letting negative people or people who don't understand affect me in my life. So if you want to watch that video, I'll have it linked down below. The next thing that IBD has taught me is to appreciate those that care about me. So it's really easy to take for granted those that are closest to you and really take out things on them. You know, if you're feeling stressed or you're in pain, you know, it happens a lot and it is fine. You know, you take it out on those closest to you and you kind of shout and are nippy with them and things. But over time, through having my condition, I really appreciate those who take care of me whenever things are hard. And I think if I didn't have those hard times and didn't have those struggles, I wouldn't appreciate those around me and those close to me and those who take care of me so much. You know, my parents and my partner, they just are always there whenever I am in my worst place and I'm having really bad flare-up and things are really bad and I'm really in pain and I'm tired and I need a lot more help. They're always there for me and I really don't take them for granted. My boyfriend is there every single day. We live together, so you know, he really takes care of me and it really makes me appreciate him, and I obviously let him know that. So I think otherwise I might take certain people for granted if I didn't have those struggles. So that's one thing I'm really glad that IBD has taught me. The next thing is not to take good health for granted. So obviously with Crohn's disease and some other chronic illnesses as well, there are flare-ups and then there are times of remission and flare-ups and times of remission. So it's really helped me to appreciate my good health when I am in remission and really not take it for granted. So for example, right now I've put on a lot of weight since I have been getting a lot better. I'm on Stelara now and it's really helped me. I do have a video on how to inject Stelara if anyone wants to see that there. I'll link it down below as well. But this video links in with a lot of other videos that I have. But basically, you know, I've put on a lot of weight since I've been getting better. And I'm probably slightly overweight now in terms of like the BMI scale and, you know, actually looking at the numbers, I'm probably slightly overweight. But at the end of the day, I don't care because I was so underweight for so long that, you know, it's okay for me to just enjoy my good health and enjoy eating and enjoy my food and just enjoy this time, because it may, you know, reverse itself quite quickly and I may go into a flare, and then I'll be glad that I have that little bit of extra weight to lose. I really appreciate being able to go out to the cinema and go out shopping, and it really makes me appreciate those things, whereas a lot of people take good health for granted. So whenever I have those good times, I really appreciate them and I really try to make the most of it, and I try to get as much done in my day, and I try to eat really nice food. I try to eat healthy, but I try to eat really nice food, and to be honest, I'm eating too much food, so I've put on weight, but I don't care. So I think that's a really freeing thing, to just sit back and just enjoy, you know, those good times and really be present and mindful in that moment. And then, you know, whenever the bad time comes around, well, at least I appreciated it while things were good, and I know eventually I will come out of that flare again and have good times again. So the last thing that IBD has taught me is to really strive for a stress-free life. I am naturally a worrier, so it's been a journey to teach myself to not worry so much and really try to have a stress-free life. And I really try to make that environment where I don't try to create stress, I don't pursue drama, I don't go after stressful situations. If there's drama that's unnecessary drama, I stay away from it. And if there's something that's stressful that can be completely avoided, I do that. It doesn't mean though that I avoid stressful situations that have to be, you know, targeted head on, and you have to kind of just, right, okay, let's just do this. You know, we're doing work on our house and it is stressful, but it's kind of that good stress though, where it spurs you on to drive things forward. But unnecessary negative stress in your life is just not required. So just cut it out. It's just so important to create a stress-free environment. And with me and having IBD, stress is a big factor in the whole thing. You know, it's often a vicious circle where you get sick and then you get stressed, and then the stress makes you even sicker, and it just is that vicious circle. So I really have actively and proactively created a stress-free environment, and it's just a great thing. You know, it's great to just kind of live this as stress-free life as possible. It's something I work on, and you know, I will continue to work on, and I can revert back into worrying about things and, you know, thinking, oh, you know, getting a wee bit stressed about stuff that doesn't need to be stressed about. But you know, it's about checking yourself and just saying, no, it's, you know, it's fine. If that's unnecessary stress, just, you know, leave that situation behind. So I think definitely, I mean, I know this 100%, if I hadn't have had IBD, I would be so much more of a stressed person and I would just let everything get on top of me. So I'm so glad that's something that IBD has taught me and that I've worked on over time. It means I live a very sort of happy and relaxed life, which is a great thing. Yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought I would put a bit of a positive spin on the topic of IBD. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I am really looking forward to hitting 7,000 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me, and don't forget to leave a little comment down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!